Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install PostgreSQL into your Windows machine. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. So to start, first you need to go to your browser. Then in your browser, just type download PostgreSQL like that. Then click enter and it will bring you direct here. So just come and click on downloads here, and in this page you will have all these different operating systems. So I'm using Windows, I'm going to choose this, but based on your operating system you can just choose any installer, then you will install that specific package. So we are going with Windows. It will bring us to this page here, Windows installer, which actually here you have the link. Here you're going to download the installer. If you click here, it will take you direct to this EDB page here, and here, just like what I was talking about earlier, we have all the other operating systems also here, and the current release version during the time I'm recording this video is 15.2. So when we click here, directly start downloading our package. So yeah, like that. And I'm just going to cancel because as you can see here, I've already downloaded mine. So just come and click on save and it will start downloading automatic. So let's get back here and let me open my file. Here it downloads. This is my file here. So just double click on it and it will start installing. Just click on yes. Then yeah, here it is now starting. Okay, then this is the screen that it will display for us. Now here, just click next. Then this is the root directory which this specific software is going to be installed in. So just click next. These are all the packages which we are going to install, or components so to speak. So here first we are going to install PostgreSQL server, and we are going to install pgAdmin4. We are going to install a stack builder, and we are going to install command line tool. So just as they are, let's just click next, and here also let's click next. Here is just showing like where our data, when we start using the PostgreSQL, where our data are going to be in, let me say, saved. We are going to save all the data that we're working with PostgreSQL are going to be saved here. And if you want to put a different location for your data, then you just come and click here. Then you'll choose whatever location you want so that your data will be stored in. If you don't want your data to be stored in C drive or maybe something of that kind. So click on next. This is the crucial part. Here we need to create a password, and the password that we're going to create here will be the password that will give us access to Postgres admin panel, so to speak. And at the same time, when we are connecting to another, let me say, server, like if you're working with API and all this kind of stuff, you need this. So for me, I'm just going to say admin. I'm just going to create the password to be called admin, because at least it is something that I can easily remember. You need to create something you can easily remember, or else you need to write it down, because when you are accessing your database later, you need it so that you can be able to get into your database. So just click here next, and this is also something which is crucial, especially when it comes to connecting your DB to API, so to speak. If you're working with Express or whatever kind of API you're working with, you really need this. And this is by default given. You can be able to like write a different number of a port that you need specifically for the database to run in, but that is entirely a choice. But for me, I just prefer, let's just go with the default. So you click next. So click here. Now these are all the things that we are going to install during the installation. If we click next here and next again, then our installation is now on process. So this installation is going to take a little bit of time, That's why I'm going to go and come back when it is done. Okay, here in this screen now, you just need to click finish and everything is done. So it will definitely show you this, but right now we are not actually going to do anything in this stack builder. Whatever we are going to, we are not going to install the additional tools that we need for the stack builder. So we are just going to cancel it. Just click yes. Yeah, like that. Now we need to just open pgAdmin4. Just click on open. It will just present us with this screen, and if you can notice, this prompt here is asking us to enter the password. And remember the password I told you earlier, to save it down or at least to remember it. This is the password we actually need here in order for us to access this server. So we are going to say admin for me, and if you have saved it as something else, then you just have to like remember your password. Otherwise, you're going to reset the master and create the server again, so to speak. So like that, now we have access here. Yeah, click here. Now we have the entirety of the access over everything here. So yeah, this is our database now. Then now let's start with creating a new database, which we are going to just create using this GUI. And I already have a specific database in mind. That's why I'm just going to say like that. That is my database name. You can name it anything that you want. Then I'm just going to come and save. Okay, that's not bad. So let me just say like that. Yeah, then save it. Yeah, now here my database has been created. Here it has created my database. So let me just close that, and let's come to schema here. If you remember, in schema we have all these things, but we are not really interested in all of this. What we are interested in right now is the table. Okay, this table here, and if you can see, we don't even have any table in our database. So this is exactly what we are going to do. Like, we're going to come here to our database, which is this one, and we are going to click here and come direct to query tools here. And we can actually use GUI to create this one, but let's just use the query prompt here and try to like create a table, so to speak. So let's say create table, just like in SQL, and let's name the table to be users. Okay, like suppose the table is users, like that. Then what do we need inside this table? Like suppose, let me say id is going to be the primary key. Okay, then we'll just say not now, like that. It is not mandatory, but yeah, I like mentioning it. Then user, let's say suppose we have a username, which is going to be var character, and we need 30 characters for the name. And let me say age is going to be integer. Okay, then here let's just put this id to be integer also, int. Then what, I think that is enough. Maybe we can put something like email suppose, but okay, let's say email. Okay, then we'll say var character also, and the email has to be also like 30 characters. Now like this, let's try to run here and see. Yeah, query successfully created. Now if we are to come down to our table here and refresh it, then after this we open it, we are now going to see we have user in the table, and here we have columns which has ID, name, age, and email. These are just these things that we just create, like you can see them here displayed. So yeah, this is like how to create table using PostgreSQL when we are using the pgAdmin, so to speak. So I also want to show, as a bonus, I want to show how you can connect this database to your API, this local database to your API. I have this project here that I'm working on. So like our password here is admin. Our password is admin. Then I put here our user is going to be Postgres. And if you say, how can you get the username? I'm just going to show you a snap peek from the Postgres here. Like if we are to come to our database here and right click on it here in our database, I mean database here, yeah, here, and we go to property. Here you can see the owner here is Postgres. If you want to create it, to change it to something else, then yeah, you have a lot of options to work with here that you can actually use and change your database to be it. Or maybe if you want to by default create something else, then yeah, that is that. So coming here, we have a user here. Okay, this is our username and this is our password. And here, because we are running in localhost, so it has to be localhost. This is the port I was telling you earlier about, 5432, which was by default given to us. And here, instead of this name, we are going to change this name to our database name, which is SLUUDB. I guess this is the name. Let's check our database name here. Our database name, yeah, that is it. So with that, let's just go back to our code here. Now we have the database and everything in place. So let's save it. Let's save our environmental variable and let's try to run npm start. If our database is connected successfully, then after this we'll run some few commands and make sure we generate like all the needed things, and yeah, our DB will be running and everything will be in place. So here it is already connected to our database based on this status. What we are going to do right now is to run npm, okay, is to run npm run migrate. These are commands that I write beforehand in order to like generate tables and to be able to generate the necessities that we need from the database, so to speak. Because we just created a database, so we need tables, rows, and everything that we have already in this project to be like migrated in the database. So here with this, it have already created for us the tables that we need. If we are to come back here in our schemas, remember we have like only one table here, which is this users table here. This is by default what we created up here. But if we are to refresh our table right now, if we are to refresh it, you can now see we have serialized, meta, word, and a lot of other different tables. We have up to 11 different tables, roles, sub-users, word, and everything. You see, we have now a lot more than what we had earlier. Now let me just close this and close that. Here, suppose we can go ahead with adding data to tables and all this kind of stuff, but it will make our videos so long. So we are just trying to make sure that this video is a little bit precise, something that you can follow and be able to reach up to this extent. And yeah, with this, it have brought us to the end of this video. And as always, thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.